When Tokyo Ghoul restarts off, they give us the introduction to a very interesting character, his name being Haise Sasaki. Now, who exactly is he? That is the biggest portion of the plot that needs to be known when it comes to understanding what kind of character Sasaki is. If you ask anyone who's read the Tokyo Ghoul manga, 9 times out of 10 they'll tell you he's very layered and he's an honest member of the CCG who's always looking after his teammates, so much so that he does end up getting the status of being a leader. And in his own right, he's very kind and is compassionate towards all of the people around him, which makes him an excellent fit for working around the CCG. Oddly enough, he would still even show kindness and compassion to the people that are actually treating him like dirt. However, the most notable aspect around Sasaki besides his kindness is the very fact that he's able to take charge and full responsibility over the Quinks. At times, you could even think of him being a father figure to these characters, which would be no different from the father figure role that Arima shows Kaneki. When you see Sasaki living his daily life, he does begin to have his doubts because parts of him actually start to become very exposed through tiny cracks here and there through his daily life, causing him to hear voices and ultimately doubt everything that he's doing in a given moment. But even with a crazy voice in his head, insane thoughts, and a huge sense of doubt, he does begin to push through and combat these horrible feelings with his own happiness, even if this happiness does seem to be artificial or more accurately fake. This entire life that Sasaki lives is actually a lie, and it's in the worst way. However, is it so wrong to live a lie and paint a pretty picture over the top of colors and scenes that are ultimately ugly, especially when you're living through a painful truth? Even as a CCG member who would be viewed as a good person, there is still some darkness that resides in Sasaki, because little does anyone realize that ghouls and CCG members are all cut from the same exact cloth, which makes Sasaki's moral decisions to decide to pursue justice and work for the safety of Tokyo and its citizens. In doing so, Sasaki would fight with a Queen K and a Kagune at the same time. He would fight with a weapon that a CCG investigator would use, and he would fight with the monster organ that ghouls normally battle with. Using both elements of what started the war between ghouls and the CCG, Sasaki would be the #1 prospect for humans and ghouls alike, with them ultimately being another case scenario of the CCG fighting fire with fire. They're using ghouls to fight ghouls, with Sasaki being a ghoul and working for the CCG simply for the fact that he does possess ghoul abilities. Even when saving the lives of humans, they still do not truly appreciate what a ghoul can do and what kind of power they have, even if they're using it to protect the people. Even working for the CCG doesn't protect you from the societal viewpoints and prejudice that a ghoul can experience. To be fair, most people in the CCG would view these people who have ghoul limbs that also work for the CCG as if they are lesser human beings. They would be seen as nothing more than a tool for the CCG's will. Sasaki would be no more than a ghoul attempting to live as a human. Which brings the question, what kind of life does Sasaki have beneath the surface? As we already know, Arima would be a father figure to Sasaki, teaching him everything that he needs to know and ultimately making it so that he can survive against other ghouls while he is hunting them down. With Arima and Investigator Mato trying to beat into his head the very fact that he needs to exterminate and kill ghouls. No different than how Arima would in his youth. However, Sasaki would be just like Arima, and deep down he would not want to kill ghouls. However, unlike Arima, instead of swallowing his feelings and still actively killing ghouls, Sasaki would just avoid killing them altogether, only to focus on detaining them in a cell inside Cochlea or by executing any other means. One thing that Sasaki would desire above all else is to become stronger simply for the fact that he can protect everyone around him. With this being his goal, it would come to mind that he would have to actually end up submitting himself to his evil incarnation and thoughts, because simply kindness would not be enough. Sasaki would learn the same exact lesson that Kaneki, as a human being, learned so long ago. Kindness will not protect anyone in this world. In order to protect everyone that he cares about, Haise would need to become stronger and enact the will to kill another person, which is the same reality that Kaneki had to be brought to. Kaneki wanted to avoid killing people, but when doing that, he just allowed everyone around him to get hurt, and he essentially chose the lives of people that he was supposed to kill over the people that he loves. And this is only a small piece of the sad reality that Haise Sasaki had to unearth. Sasaki had to stop himself from living a lie so that he could truly protect those that he wants to protect. The people that truly mean the most to him. The people that Arima and Mato and the Quinks were simple placeholders of. His mother, his father, and everyone at Onteku. As I say this, Sasaki would come even closer to the truth and ultimately realize who he truly is. That being Ken Kaneki. And Kaneki would not only love the Quinks, his family at Onteku, but also Arima, Mato, and his original mother and father. Sasaki would then become Kaneki again so that he could retain the strength that he needed so that he could protect everyone that he cares about. You could also use this as another way to interpret as to why Tokyo Ghoul Ri is called Tokyo Ghoul Ri. Obviously, Ri means king, but it also is a repeat of certain things that happened in the past of the original Tokyo Ghoul. Just like in the original Tokyo Ghoul, Kaneki had to forsake a life in order to save another. As Sasaki, Kaneki would learn the same lessons he learned through Yamori's torture. And once again, there's one interesting aspect about all of this. Arima and Mato tell him to exterminate the ghouls and kill them. However, he refuses to kill Hinami because she is so precious to him. And he knows this because Kaneki is precious to Hinami. And so rather than killing Hinami or any other ghoul like Mato and Arima want him to do, he chooses to not kill Hinami once again, and this is what retains his past life. They probably told him this so that he can continue to live a lie and continue to be Sasaki. However, Kaneki ultimately chose his true life, his true family, and his true friends at the end of the day. Even though his life as Haise Sasaki may have been a lie, he still does retain a piece of these people inside of him that ultimately make up Ken Kaneki.